How you doing, fam? It's your boy Unc No Punk, Unc No Punk, back at you again with another short video. This video's gonna be something I was just thinking about, black exploitation films. I didn't know that was the correct name for it, or that was a name for black exploitation films. Those were just films that we used to go see back in the days in the '70s. I seen lots and lots of films. Let's go to the Lowies. Go down to the Lowe's on 125th Street, you know what I'm saying? People don't know between 7th and 8th Avenue, you know what I'm saying? Harlem. Or go down 116th Street, I forgot. 116th Street, I believe, what avenue? About 3rd Avenue, the movie theaters go down the hallway and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? And check out all the films, all the Fred Williamsons, Jim Brown, Richard Roundtree, Rich. Shit, yeah, you so much Yaffy Kodo, rest in peace, he passed away. I was like, wow, I even know that's what, to my homeboy, he put on his own Facebook there. I ain't seen nothing on the media about it. I was like, what's up there, huh? Yaffy Kodo passed away, and where's black media out there, black so-called news media out here on YouTube? Ain't say nothing about Yaffy Kodo. Man, the great Yaffy Kodo put a lot of good films out there, a great actor, rest in peace, Yaffy Kodo, right? But lots of other films I've seen, you know what I'm saying? But there's one film, and I saw a lot of bullshit movies too, a lot of black exploitation films. It was corny because back in days you get like about 3 movies, like about $1.50, $2 and stuff like that. Remember back in days, like popcorn, you bring your own munchies in there. Most of them got their own bud, everybody's just chilling out. You know how we do, had a real good time, the way it should be, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, back to these films, we saw lots of good films out there. We saw Lawrence Fishburne, Cornbread Earl and Me. All the Blackulas, Frankenstein, Blackenstein, Blackula 1, 2, and 3, Abby, Jade Revenge, you know what I'm saying, Nigga Charlie, you know what I'm saying, I can go on a lot about these films, you know what I'm saying, man? The Godfather, Harlem, you know what I'm saying? Oh man, but there was one film I remember seeing, and at the end, the brother was escaping from a prison. He got shot in the back. And my ass is running out. I jumped up out my seat and screamed, run, run, run. I was about like 9, 10 years old, and I'm running out, run, run, run. They got killed, and I felt real sad, right? And I never forgot that movie. I never forgot it. And tonight I just think of them. The name of that movie is called Brothers, right? But then I was checking out something on YouTube a couple minutes ago, so a little clip popped up about the Soledad Brothers, and Angela Davis and things like that. And I was like, I checked it out. I was like, oh, that sounds a little similar to the movie I seen as a little kid, right? And I was like, wow, that's a check it out. I was like, hold up, man. That is that movie, it's called Brothers. Made in 1977, fam. Directed by Aaron Barron and produced by Edward Lewis and Mildred Lewis. It stars Bernie Davis, Vanetta McGee, Ron O'Neal. We know Ron O'Neal. If you harm, come on, man, it's my favorite movie. Superfly, you know what I'm saying? Have John Lane was in there, Stu Gilman, Ridley Coker, Owen Pace, DeJuan Smith, and Martin St. Judge in the lead roles. The music was also composed by Taj Mahal. Remember that Taj Mahal back in the days, fam? Yeah, huh? Well, synopsis of the movie was based on the real-life relationship between political activist Angela Davis and convict-turned-author George Jackson. Brother stars Bernie Casey as David Thomas, who begins corresponding with college professor and outspoken black activist Paula Jones, Vanetta McGee, after he's convicted of a crime he didn't commit. Davis' relationship with Paula gives him strength and insight as he tries to survive in the brutally violent and racist environment of prison. Wow, and that's the movie I was talking about, 104 minutes long. You might got it on YouTube, fam, if you want to check it out there, you know what I'm saying? But I'm telling you, it's a good, it was a cool little movie, like I said, as a kid, and I'm sure it's a good read, which I never read it. Like I said, there's a movie I saw back in 1977, and I never got the film because he was running, I remember, and I jumped up, run, run, run. And then I saw some clip about some dude got shot in the back, and they said about some solid, I was like, they said Brothers. It just clicked on to me, I'm saying. But a lot of people don't even know about the Soledad Brothers. The Soledad Brothers are 3 African-American brothers charged with the murder of a white prison guard at California Soledad Prison on January 16, 1970. George Jackson, Fleda Drumgoole, and John Colchett were said to have murdered the guard in retaliation for the shooting deaths of 3 black prisoners during a prison fight in the exercise yard days prior by another guard. Right? It was said that somehow the guards wanted these dudes to to get handled, one of them get killed. They put 3 of them on the yard against 14 people, right? And somehow they're fighting. The white guard shot the 3 brothers, like, or killed or whatever. And the retaliation was they took the white guard and threw his ass over the tier and killed him. That's no what happened. You know what I'm saying? Well, racial hostility was fostered and encouraged by the authorities outside that prison. So they're giving shanks out to the Nazi boys and every goddamn thing, stuff like that. But they still do today. Even they do it to other gangs, even blacks, maybe Bloods, whatever. They might have some Puerto Rican guards giving out little shanks to Latin kings. Of course, it was happening. We all know that, right? Well, who kept the prison maximum security wing under rigid racial segregation? However, despite the extreme tension on January 13th, 1970, 14 blacks and 2 white prisoners from the maximum security wing were released into a new recreation yard for the first time in 7 months. Okay? Or I had it wrong, fam. I said 14 blacks and 2 white prisoners from the maximum security wing were released into a new recreation yard for the first time in several months. No guard went with the prisoners into the yard, but one. Wiley, known for his marksmanship, stood armed with a carbine rifle into the gun tower overlooking the yard. What happened next is unclear. According to prison authorities, a fight broke out. The guard immediately fired 4 shots, killing 3 black prisoners and wounding 1 white. No alarm whistle was sounded, no warning shot heard, no tear gas was thrown. He said, I'm going to shoot a couple nights. He got three brothers and 1 white guy. He ain't give a goddamn. He's some sadistic fool out there, you know what I'm saying? But following the incident, 13 black prisoners began a hunger strike in the hopes of securing an investigation. On January 16, 1970, a Monterey County grand jury convened and called the murder of Nolan, Edwards, and Miller justifiable homicide. No blacks were permitted to testify, including those who had been in the recreation yard during the shooting. Within 30 minutes after the grand jury ruling was broadcast on prison radio, a white prison guard was found dying in another maximum security wing of the prison, having been beaten and thrown from a 3rd floor tier to the television room below. Damn, fam, like I said, thrown from 3rd floor. Messed up. The deputy superintendent of the prison labeled the killing an act of revenge for the earlier murders. All the prisoners of Y Wing who had been out of the cells were immediately locked in isolation. With promise of early parole and threats of long confinement in the foreground, the district attorney and prison officials interrogated the inmates. After 8 days of pressure, they claimed to have found the guilty men George L. Jackson, Fleda Drumgo, and John Wesley Clutchett were indicted by the Monterey County grand jury for the 1st-degree murder and held in solitary confinement. George L. Jackson was 28 years old. 10 years before the incident, he pleaded guilty to 2nd-degree robbery charges, believing that such a plea would result in a lighter sentence. He was given an indeterminate sentence of 1 year to life. 1 year to life, goddamn. Jackson was charged not only with murder, but with assault under Section 4500 of the Penal Code. This section imposed a mandatory death penalty on an inmate serving a life sentence who was convicted of assaulting a non-prisoner. Damn, you got 1 to 100 years in there, and you might get into a fight with a prison guard. They can kill you. Come on, man. Check this. This is some crazy ass shit in America, fam. God damn, still this crazy shit's going on today. Anyway, John Clutchett was 23 years old and had spent the last 3 years in prison for burglary. His parole date had been set for April 20th, 1970. Fleda Drumgo, 24, had been in prison for 5 years, also on burglary charges. His next parole hearing was also set for April, and the chance for release was excellent. However, both men were now facing possible death sentences on charges of murder and assault. Goddamn shame. How the system just sucks you in, it won't let you, I won't release you, won't let you go, man. During the 29 days, the defendants were held in solitary confinement following the incident in Soledad. They were not told of the charges. Bewildered by this isolation, suffering from cold and inadequate food, they tried to get words of their plight to their families in Los Angeles. Their letters were censored and returned to them because officials were displeased with the contents, you know what I'm saying? The accused men were brought in chains and shackles to 2 secret hearings in Salinas County. A 3rd hearing is about to take place when John Clutchett managed to smuggle a note to his mother. Help, I'm in trouble. When the worried families called the prison, officials told them, don't bother to come to the hearing at which the inmates would be charged. Authorities also told the families there was no need to get lawyers for their sons. Yes, so we going to kill them. However, with the aid of a state senator, Clutch's mother contacted a lawyer, and so commenced one of the most extensive legal defenses in U.S. history. According to their attorneys, Jackson, Drumbo, and Clutch were charged with murder not because there was any substantial evidence of their guilt, but because they had been previously identified as black militants by the prison authorities. Within weeks, the case of the Soledad Brothers emerged as a political case celebre. Among the wide variety of celebrities, writers, and political activists that supported them were Julian Bond, Kay Boyle, Marlon Brando, Jane Fonda, Noam Chomsky, Lawrence Ferlinghetti, Allen Ginsberg, Tom Hayden, William Kunstler, Jessica Mitford, Linus Pauling, Pete Seeger, Benjamin Spock, and Angela Davis. The light-skinned sister with the fro, you know what I'm saying? Then on August 7th of that year, 17-year-old Jonathan Jackson, the brother of Arthur George, invaded a California court hearing for 3 black San Quentin prisoners, handed them weapons, and abducted 5 hostages, including the judge, demanded that the Soledad Brothers be released within 30 minutes. They successfully commandeered the group to an awaiting van and were about to pull out of the parking lot when Marion County Police and San Quentin Police opened fire. Jonathan, 2 prisoners, and Judge Haley were killed in the gunfight. It was no damn gunfight. They sprayed that up there, you know what I'm saying? Wow. Angela Davis was held responsible for purchasing the guns used in the hostage situation. Because the guns were owned by her, Davis was indicted on charges of murder, kidnapping, and conspiracy. She went into hiding and became the object of a nationwide search. 2 months later, she was captured by the FBI in a New York City motel and extradited back to California. Davis was later tried and acquitted of charges in connection with the escape. Like I said, this movie I seen was a great movie. You know what I'm saying? Wow, something I didn't even know about that. It's like, wow, the Soledad Brothers, you know what I'm saying? Wow, I'm so old just really reading about these brothers here, you know what I'm saying? Me tip it off fam right there. On August 21st, 1971, George Jackson was shot to death by a Ottawa guard inside San Quentin prison in a purported escape attempt. No black person, wrote James Baldwin, will ever believe that George Jackson died the way they tell us he did. On March 27, 1972, the 2 survivors, Soledad Brothers, Clutchhead and Drummo, were acquitted by a San Francisco jury of the original charge of murdering a prison guard. So put like this here, just like the movie, they opened the damn gate, put him inside the goddamn yard, and just killed the brother, man. That's what the hell they goddamn did. But that's the little video about the Soledad Brothers, I'm saying, check the movie. That's called Brothers, made in 1977. Peep it, fam. Real entertaining. And I'm sure there's a book of this. I got to read the book, get more good feeling of this here. A nice little good read there, fam. Anyway, hit that like button, put your comments. I'm sure a lot of your brothers, you heard about the Soledad Brothers, Put your comments in about my little video about this here, you know what I'm saying? Share it. Subscribe to Uncle No Punk, no fam, and I'm out. Peace.